Mmm. 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 Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayden, better known as Unicorn Sabbath, and it's been a while since I've done a YouTube recording video. Usually I've been streaming the last few months, and then putting my streams kind of onto YouTube, a little bit edited, so a little bit easy. But tonight, I got all my editing done, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to make a video. And I've been thinking about making this video for a little while now because I'm getting on now in my days. I was a late 90s kid, born in the late 90s, so I grew up playing a lot of old video games, and it seems like a lot of people don't really know much about them. So I thought I'd take a little trip down memory lane and kind of show you guys the games I grew up with, and maybe they might be games that, I don't know, maybe someday you might be like, I've heard about these old games, might want to give them a try, because games these days are not only like beautifully made, narrated, acted, but they're also visually beautiful, and a lot of older games can't really, you know, hold up to that kind of instance. And also old games, video games back in the day, they were getting dropped out left, right, and center. Today, it's mostly indie games or AAA games, which are very far and few. You get maybe like 20 that have to compete for like Game of the Year or whatever. Back in the day, it was hundreds of companies bringing out games, throwing them out. And there are a lot of companies, to this day of being AAA publishers. We're making 5 or 6 games a year for everyone to enjoy, and that was on like GameCubes, the PlayStation 1, the original Xbox, all those kind of things. So I thought I would show you where I started in my gaming journey and where I am now. So sit back, have a drink, and enjoy. Okay, so first up, I have, from my memory, I think this is the first video game I ever played growing up. It was actually came out the same year I was born. I played a few years after on the PlayStation 1, and that game is Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, which I actually still have the copy of from PlayStation 1. This has been, rebought this, maybe a decade or so ago, because I just wanted to hold on to it, because, like, you know, very fond of it, a lot of good memories there. But this game is actually made by EA, Electronic Arts, believe it or not, before they came out with Battlefield and Dead Space and FIFA and all those little goodies they do today, and also by Fox Interactive. Now, Fox you might know from, I think they made The Simpsons, a few other TV shows and movies, but yeah, they actually made this little gem of video game. And this game is basically where you are a crocodile that was casted away from your family, and you were found by these little small puffball guys called Gobbos. Don't ask me who came up with the name for that, it's kind of weird. So you kind of get raised by these Gobbos, you grow up, and then these evil, I think they're goblins or something like that, take over the kingdom and kind of kidnap your whole family, including the king of the Gobbos. You as Croc, because you're like probably 6 foot tall compared to these like 2 foot little things, you have to go on an adventure to rescue your family, get them back, all that kind of stuff. It's a really fun game. It's kind of like the old classic platformers, kind of like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro and stuff like that. And I always thought it was fun growing up. I didn't have any kind of major first person shooters or something like that to compare it to, so life was simpler back then. We enjoyed the simple things. And yeah, so I'm going to probably show a little bit of gameplay now, and then we'll go on to the next one, shall we? This is our introduction here. As you can see, pixels everywhere, things are kind of clunky, but when you didn't have a comparison of today's graphics, this looked beautiful, honestly. So here we are, Croc, drifting ashore. There's the king of the Gobbos and all the little Gobbo minions, I guess you'd call them. What a tiny little crocodile. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't eat him. Teaching me to walk. Teaching me to run. What nice, humble people, huh? Teaching me to fight. Gobbo karate. Holy shit, what a growth spurt. And all was well in the Gobbo kingdom until one day the goblins, or whatever the hell these things were, showed up. Now, I'm fairly sure the reason that the Gobbos were taken away and enslaved so much is because they're peaceful people. Look at that, he's shooting lasers out of his goddamn eye. Yeah, I'd get out of here too. So I think that bird was kind of like your Aku Aku, or in Spyro's case, like Sparks. The Goblin King has the Gobbo King. Not a very fair fight if you ask me, but here we are. There he goes. There he goes. Alright, so here we are. Drop right in. Just go around collecting these boys. Oh my god, I just stomped. There's a bad man right here. He's coming. Take that. I just remember Croc always making the cute little sounds like kaboo, kasplat. There we go. Right on the money. Bam. A lot of things about these old games as well is with the cameras, because you really, especially the PlayStation 1, in its lifetime it did get analog controllers. But originally it was just the D-pad. So it was just up, down, left and right. You couldn't control the camera at all. Sometimes they'd have the triggers. Yeah, that's L1 and that's R1, and then this is L2 and that's R2. And other than that, you couldn't really turn the camera around and just try its best to like follow you. Oh, I almost died then. Look at these little Bernie dudes. Why are you jumping like that? Oh, these look like they're gonna break. Oh, we got an extra life there. And we got another gobbo. Bring the boys home. Let's go, shall we? Oh, can I make this? Whoa, almost fell. The soundtracks were so cute as well, I remember. That don't look like lava to me, that looks more like chocolate mousse. Alright, hopefully these don't fall, or I fall. Wait, this one's gonna break though. Oh, we got another gobbo. What are you doing just standing there? So you had these like little gems here that you could collect. I don't know what for, but then there were certain colored gems that you've seen here. I think if you collected all 5 of them, it's just like a little bonus. So yeah, you collect them all and it'd unlock this area here. Oh my god! What the hell was that? And I think that gong there, you hit it and it would save your game. Will you save your progress? Let's just have a look. Oh no, level complete. Oh well. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Goodness gracious. I'm at the time of my life. Well, there's sheep everywhere. God damn. Alright. Now this game was a game that I was very fond of growing up. I think I was probably around the age of 4 or 5 when I first played this game. Loved it. Still love it to this day. Still talk about it whenever I get the chance. I bought the remake, or the remaster, whatever you like to call it, of them. Actually, I'll show that right now. And that game would happen to be Spyro. Now this is the Reignited Trilogy, remastered special edition. I had to buy it when it came out. Love the series. Love the little dragon man. It was kind of cute, the fact that like if you ever played the games, you saw all the rest of the dragons. They were like 5 times his size, and I didn't know if he was just like stunted growth or he was just a kid. Who knows? But anyway, the one I actually played the most was Spyro 3: Year of the Dragon. This was such a fun game growing up. Again, animal, funny colors, platform adventure game. The chemistry of those types of games were just, you couldn't beat it. It was just so good, so fun. Kids could play it, adults could play it. They weren't too difficult, even though back in the day a lot of these games kind of had lives. So if we ran out of lives, it'd either be game over or you had to restart like further back in whatever you're doing, from a checkpoint to like the whole level, or I don't really know, because I never ran out of lives being a kid. But yeah, this game was actually made by Sony themselves, and also Insomniac. What is Insomniac made these days? I still know that company, or have they gone under? I don't know, but anyway, this was considered a PlayStation Platinum game for the time. Excuse all the cracks, a lot of these games are really old, original PlayStation games. And yeah, I still got the disc. There it works. And And as always, I've got to show you the merch. If I have got the merch, which I most likely would for a lot of these older games, I would. So this is a Spyro incense holder. So you put these little like incense triangle thingies inside, you light them up, you put them down, and then the smoke comes out. Now if I had some I'd show you, but I don't at the moment because I don't really use incense much. But I just bought it because I thought it was cool, and it was actually cheaper than buying like a typical statue. As you can see, like you take them off there, there's your little incense. Oh, actually I have got some in there. Alrighty then. Let's just light this bad boy up, shall we? And call myself a liar, Jesus Christ. It's really hard for you guys to see, but if you just look, you might be able to see there's a little bit of smoke coming out. He's a little fire-breathing dragon, isn't that cool? Yeah, anyway, that's my little Spyro figurine. So let's move on to some gameplay, because you know I love playing me old games. So, and then we'll go on to the next game, shan't we? Oh, I remember this. Little ninja. Damn, dude. What a way to take someone out. An evil plot unfolds. I'm all sleeping like that. Little cuties. Little dragons. I remember this girl. I had a crush on her when I was a little kid. Thought she was very pretty. These, I think they're called Rhinox or something, the bad guys. There's Hunter. She couldn't have gotten away scot-free if she hadn't done that. You burnt. Nope.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness.
There she is.
Every last
she's
one.
A dinosaur, never mind.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now, go guard the tunnels.
Look at those
Stop
pixels,
anyone from coming through.
Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Pretty sure he got stuck. Yeah, he does. He gets boom. Like that.
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it!
I'm pretty sure the voice actor for Spyro is also the same voice actor for like SpongeBob and stuff like that. I can't remember what that dude's name is. I think it's the same person. Don't quote me on that though, but I'm like, probably like 75% sure. The adventure begins. Alright, let's go. We got 0 gems, 4 health, and 0 eggs. Let's do it. Let's go get some eggies. Just a lot of charging in this game. That and the fire breathing. I mean, that's the only 2 moves you can really do, but let's try and do this as quick as we can. Oh, we got an egg already! Isabelle. Beautiful. Used to love doing this back in the day.
Hi, Spyro. I found this gladiator training arena, and it makes a pretty cool
like
skate
Hawks
park.
and stuff like that.
Care for a test of your boarding skills?
That's so cool. Yeah, let's go boarding. Boarding challenge. Let's do it. I'm pretty sure we have to
all
catch
15 of the lizards running around here.
These guys.
Just
run
come back
too,
if you want some
see
boarding tips from the master.
No, I can do it. Right, let's go. Flippy flip. Oh yeah. Remember where they all are too. Come here. Look at him shaking his little butt at me. Yeah, I take that. spree. Bing, bing, ding. 3 more. 2 more. I'm pretty sure one of the challenges as well later on is timed attack. I don't know if it's this one or not, but there's one where you're not allowed off the skateboard. I'm not gonna attempt it. Just in case I have to start again. Last mission. There you are. Take that. Hell yeah, baby.
Hey, that was
You like
great.
20 eggs from
And while
this
you were
whole thing
boarding,
too.
I found this in a lizard burrow.
Lizard burrow. Emily! Now, if you hadn't have guessed already by my attire, you can see that this is a Crash Bandicoot t-shirt, and he's doing his little dance he does. Oh, and anyway, this is a Crash statue I have. Pretty cool. I had to get it. There was a few others there that I wanted to buy, but this was I think the cheapest one. And you know, doing this whole YouTube and Twitch thing doesn't really pay the bills that much, so I had to cut back a few bucks. But a little Crash Bandicoot, and this is a 2-for-1. And these are both original. These are both mine. I've had them since I was a kid, so they're very, very, excuse me, they're very, very old. And first of all, we have Crash Bandicoot on the old PlayStation 1, original game, right there. How cool is that? This could probably go for quite a few dollars. It's all original, all old. So we've got the PlayStation 1 Platinum there. How pretty, how beautiful. This was probably my favorite of the lot that I've showed so far. Not my first, but definitely my favorite. I originally played Crash Bandicoot on, it was like a PlayStation 1 demo. They used to come in my mailbox. I don't know if we subscribed, my family subscribed to like a PlayStation thing, or maybe it was the fact that we bought a PlayStation from the store. So then they like knew we owned a PlayStation, so they'd send us demo discs every few months. And it even happened when we bought our PlayStation 2. And I'd play all the new games. I even have a PlayStation 2 demo here, but I won't show that because hopefully next video will be PlayStation 2 memory lane. This one's just going to be purely PlayStation 1 at the moment. And yeah, so I had the original Crash Bandicoot on there. It had Tekken 2. It had a bunch of, just a whole range of games. You play like one level from. I think there was even a Die Hard game at one point. I wasn't very good at it. It was just like, it was what you would consider a first-person shooter now, but you couldn't see the gun. It was just like a fixed screen. It was kind of like playing Time Crisis on an arcade machine, if you've ever played that before, where you just set on rails so you can walk around, but you just move your little crosshair across the screen to shoot the bad guys. They'd fire rockets at you. You could shoot the rockets. You had a few grenades, different weapons. If you shot out, you'd pick them up. Same with the health and all. Really fun stuff. And yeah, so I played the original Crash Bandicoot on that. I had a lot of fun with it. That's kind of when I first fell in love with playing video games, I guess. I'd played games before, but also as a kid, like, I like to get outside. Don't really do that often anymore, especially with COVID, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that. And then later on, this is probably my favorite Crash game. Not the first, again, but my favorite. And this is Crash 3 Warped. I loved this game growing up. Also, the introduction to Crash's sister Coco. I thought she was a really cool character growing up. And the disc in particular, I really liked for this game. That's Crash Bandicoot there. He's like riding a motorcycle with like a Wampa rocket launcher. That's the fruit he collects. I used to think it was apples when I was growing up, but apparently that's not the case. And I only liked that maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But that was an awesome game. I'll show you guys a bit of gameplay of both at the moment, and then we shall move on to the next one. Oh my god, don't you love it? Wait. The single jump, no double jump here. I used to be so scared of these, what would you call them, like a Venus flytrap or whatever back in the day? They're kind of scary for a little kid to be playing. Oh. Damn it, that's a shame. I was gonna show you guys Aku Aku when he goes sicko mode. Oh, maybe we can. Poor dude, no wonder he can't like speak full-on words if he's getting hit over the head with boxes all day long. That can't be a healthy way to live, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness gracious me. Alright, this time... Oh.
What have we got?
You can tell the controls were not fully optimized, even though I am playing on an actual PlayStation 2 controller. But it was still so much fun. Now, up here I remember there was like a secret or something you couldn't actually get in the demo, if I remember correctly. Gotta try and get to these. I don't think we can actually make it. Oops. Oh no, we can make that. Ooh. Oh no, we got extra lives. Hell yeah. Look at that, 6 lives. Oh, help me out for dying that first time. Come on, dude. Oh, more lives. Hell yeah, baby. Now, back in the day, the picture that I'm picking up, those 3 little pictures, or 2 at the moment I should say, I used to think they were like a weird man with a construction hat, but I found out it's that, like, the weird top part is blonde hair. That's a tricky one. Should I go for it? Holy shit, I can't... Oh no. Oh my god, I'm alive. That was so weird. I don't think I should have survived that, honestly. Go another blast again. I think that question mark there is the 3rd one of that. It's actually Crash's girlfriend. Little hot Bandicoot. Never thought I'd say that in my life, but here we are. I'll show you. Before we get it. So that's her face there with her blonde hair around. I don't know where I got the thought. I was a young kid at the time. You can't really blame me. So this is like the bonus levels where if you die, you wouldn't lose any points, but you would miss out on getting like more lives. So if we get 2 more Whompers, like we will get right here, we should get an extra life. Look at that, 10 lives. It's a shame it's only 1 level, because I could probably beat this whole thing. Oh yeah. So she should be here at the end, yep. That's supposed to be his girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. Big, tall, sexy Bandicoot. And in the remake, I noticed that Neo Cortex, your arch nemesis, comes along and just grabs her. And then he should do his little jump into this. There he goes. Look at that. God, it's like reliving my old days. Alright, we're gonna make it to this end. Now, back in the day, I used to think a lot of these demos were set on like how much time you spent in the game, not completing certain parts. I could be wrong though. But here's the end. We've got... is there a way to check your lives? I don't think so. Anyway, let's get a nice shot of Crash before he heads off. There he goes. Perfect. Hell yeah, baby. So speaking of demos, I know we're just talking about that. I actually still own the original demo I was talking about. Now this is called Demo 1. Black disc back in the day. It's really cool, it's very different. They used to always be like a silvery color, like a... what'd you call that? Anyway, these ones came in like a darker color, which I thought were really, really cool. I'd never seen something like that, because I used to always see like DVDs growing up. I actually grew up with VHSs, that's how old I am. But this is Demo 1, and I found a way to play this one as well, so we're going to jump into that. I'm going to show you a few demos of it. A few of them I'm going to skip because they're actual games I do own and I'm going to talk about. And then we shall move on to our next one, so enjoy. We're gonna play some Die Hard, baby. Just a little bit. This is called the Die Hard trilogy. I'm pretty sure it starts on the second movie. This does play very much like an arcade game as well. Alright. See how we shoot. Alright, that's to shoot. Sorry guys. Just pointing my gun at random civilians at the moment.
Yeah! Eat this!
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. How the...
This is not my day.
Oh, there's a guy there. Evil.
Sorry, pal.
Oh my god, I think I just killed a civilian. I'm sorry. Holy shit. It's going down. I don't want to kill anyone that doesn't deserve it. Take that. Oh, criminals. Oh, mercy shot. That guy was burning, to be fair. Oh. Can I reload?
Take cover!
Oh, he's got a rocket. Oh, no. Holy shit.
Not me!
Oh. Oh, this game's a little bit laggy, but I mean, to be fair, there's a lot going on right now. Kinda like how they're like actual people. Oh, I've been hit. Oh. Yeah, bitch. Alright. I don't know where he came from. Ooh. Tracers. Oh, tracers, that'll be good. Can't tell. Ooh. Oh, this is really intense. And not intense. Hey, give me some of that health. Get out of here, civilians. Everyone's got a death wish here. Jesus Christ. Can I get the hell? Oh, got him. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, what a headshot. Oh, I'm not bad at this. I'm just gonna say. Like that. The real faces are throwing me off though. I'm kinda scared. Oh, got a shield. Can't get me. Right, we only need the one gun. Yeah, the one gun's so much better. Whoa. Oh, Steven Seagal! I know some of these people. Let's fire a rocket.
Yeah!
Like that. Holy shit, that dude is dead! He's not gonna be in the next Die Hard movie. Oh. I got civvies. Oh, he's hit me. Oh, I remember really sucking at this game when I was a kid. Like I wouldn't make it to the end of the level. Give me that. Yeah, I want that. So it's like dual Berettas. Take that.
Hey, I must have been a good boy.
Merry Christmas. What does that mean? Hey, I must have been a good boy. Hey, what's his name? I'm Bruce Willis. Come to the party, have a few laughs. There's something else going on here? Oh, yep. Oh, what the hell? I thought I just had a shotgun. That's a rocket, man. Holy shit. Oh. that's not me. That ain't me. I don't know what's going on here. This isn't just your average like criminal activity. This is like a full-on terrorist attack. Stop it. Criminals! Criminals! Stop it. Alright, we're still alive. Oh my god, I'm really making a mess of this place. Merry Christmas, everyone. How do I use the grenades? That's a grenade. I did throw one over there. Alright, must have a cooldown. Holy shit, he's a skeleton! Oh my goodness gracious me. Holy fuck, this is so fun. Why don't they make more games like this? I mean, they probably can't for a few reasons, I'm sure. Nah, you good, buddy. Just don't run in front of the bad guys, like right now. Oh, I told you, I gave that as a warning shot. What does that mean? God damn it. Oh, get... Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, I got a machine gun. Take that. What's that? Hey, give me that. Oh, it's so much better than machine gun. You just spray. Those 3 dudes I knocked down before, I'm like kind of proud of that. I've not been this far in this demo before. I remember playing this as a kid and I died a lot easier on. I didn't even know it went for this long.
Get out of my way!
God, Bruce Willis is a one-man army. What a champion. Oh god. How am I supposed to, like, not kill civilians with something like this? Oh. Double kill, baby. Oh, another shot. Oh, never mind. Missed it. I still had health. I think he had a timeout or something like that. Holy shit. Oh no, the plane crashes. My wife's on that plane. That's no good. That's no good. Holy shit, that was still fun though. Let's see how many people we killed. 95%. Innocents saved. 20%. My health.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh, this is how I can choose my... Alright. Where's... Oh, it only gives you like 30 seconds. You go. Where are we? Give me the Burning Man. And then... H. That'll do. Come on guys, follow me. Okay, I already mentioned this one before, and I was kind of right because we were talking about Fox Interactive and a few things they've made. Well, this actually has Fox Interactive on the back, and this game is called The Simpsons Wrestling. This was such a fun old game where you could play some iconic Simpsons characters. Groundskeeper Willie, Ned Flanders, Bart Simpson, Homer, Marge, Lisa. What else do we have there? You could play as Apu, Mo, Bumblebee Man. This had everything, especially growing up on a lot of Simpsons cartoons where I used to come home and watch them after school every night. This game was so much fun. It was very difficult as well, I remember. It had like a campaign mode where you would pick one character, and then you go up against other characters. And because back in the day we didn't have updates for games. Once you bought it, that was it. That was the whole game. It did have a bit of a power imbalance with some of the characters being overpowered compared to others. But if you knew which ones they were, you would always pick them first. Have a much better time. But then the AI skill would get like harder and harder every time you won a match. And I remember I never beat the game, but I had a lot of fun playing it. Sit on the couch, you could plug in another controller, play with your friends. So it was a really fun game to kind of like bring your friends around and play with. Anyway, I'll show you a bit of footage of that, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we're gonna jump right in. No copyright claims here. Our new challenge circuit, continue tournament, practice game versus match game. Let's go to new challenge circuit. So these are the characters I've unlocked at the moment. We've got little Bart, Marge, and Maggie. I'm pretty sure she uses Maggie as a weapon. Lisa with the saxophone. Homer, big scary drunk man. You got groundskeeper Willie. Apu, I'm pretty sure he throws what are they called? Like frozen drinks. Slurpees? Slushies? Krusty the Clown, bit of a weird one, and then you've got Barney. I used to love playing as groundskeeper Willie, just because he's a scary presence. But let's go with the classic Homer. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game. I do not expect to win my first match at all, but let's see how it goes. Let's see who I'm versing, actually.
Homer Simpson versus Apu Nahasa Pimapedalon.
I'll teach you to interrupt me while I'm watching a food channel.
Good taunt, good
Oh,
taunt.
Mr. Homer, I'm going to give you such a pinch.
He's gonna pinch me? Oh my god, he's thrown! Oh, I'm bowling. Oh, Jesus. Oh, got him. He's down. I don't remember any of the goddamn controls. Oh my god, he's going crazy. I've hurt him. The damage, he's hurting back though.
Might want to stick a fork in that one. So very done.
How are you doing that? My god, he's going crazy. He's going up. Alright, a poo.
More beating.
My god, dude. Oh, I threw him.
You little...
Oh, he's jumping on me. Oh, this is gonna be a very close game, honestly. I'm going for this, whatever it is. Oh, a bit of health. That's kind of cool, actually. I don't know what the taunt is. Oh my goodness, man! Break it down for me.
Oh my!
Exceedingly entertaining.
You little...
Ouch!
No, I gotta get away when he does that. Oh, okay.
Enough to do that.
Well,
In your face, loser.
I think this means I've just like, just go terrifying. Get off me.
You little...
We could take him out. We could take him out.
You little...
What?
What a tasteless display of force.
You little... You little...
Alright, how do I get him down?
1,
2, 3. Boom, boom. Hell yeah,
And in a
baby.
stunning, though long overdue break from tradition, the winner of the Frenzy of Bloodlust and Bad Manners.
Oh my!
I'm so sorry, Apu.
1,
It's not
2,
personal, it's purely
3.
just so I can win. Hell yeah,
So
baby.
talented and good looking.
Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, let's save game, why not? Next one, see how maybe Marge goes. Marge and Maggie. So now that we've won that, we'll go on to the next round. That one was already hard. Now we're going to fight our son. It's father versus son. This is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure Bart can skateboard, and he also has his slingshot he can use. So he might be difficult. He's also small, so he might be agile, very fast on his feet. And
Homer
one way to find
Simpson
out.
versus Bart Simpson.
Poor
There
Millhouse in the
isn't
back.
room enough in this ring for the two of us, loser.
Ooh,
I'd be leaving right about now if I were you.
good taunt, good taunt. Oh, he tried. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he can actually he damages you. Look at the damage he put out. just then. Is he just gonna keep doing that? He's really low on stamina at the moment, so I'll take that to my advantage. Oh, I just gave him super speed, that's not good. We'll just keep him in the corner. Stop it. Little bastard. Come on. That's a problem that's going on right now, is that even though I'm doing heaps of damage to them, the small amount of hits they're getting back on me is really like damaging me. Ah, little bitch. Ah, son. Oh, I think I just hurt myself. No, we got him. Can I get this letter? See if I can get this. I saw a cereal box.
Ow, quit it. Ow!
If I knock him down one more, we'll get the taunt. We can go sicko on him. Take him down.
You're so lame.
Like that. Oh, he doesn't like it. He's hurting. Homer, you just gotta spam. That's how you take him down. He's real weak. Alright, let's do it, baby.
Good morning, Mr. Haymaker.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, one more and then we got it. Poor Millhouse is still getting beaten up in the back over there. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he got up. He's back up, ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
I am the champion. I am the champion.
Beautiful, Homer. Beautiful. Now, this game, I was not a big fan of fighting games growing up. I did play Mortal Kombat and things like that, but I wasn't good at skill in fighting, and I would usually just button mash, and no one wants to play with a button masher, so I just kind of avoid them altogether and just play more adventure games, action games, stuff like that. But this is Tekken 2. Now, this was also on that demo disc I mentioned earlier. This game, let alone, had a beautiful intro and just a banger song. It was so good. I used to always play the intro whenever I'd start it up, just so I could hear the music. Then it had the characters. You had cyborgs. You had King, the man with the cat head on. I don't know too much about Tekken, so please don't at me. Just a cool range of characters, the martial arts skill, grapples, all that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it, so I hope you enjoy some gameplay. Watch this. I guarantee you this is one of the best, like, old video game intros you'll ever see. Had the hand come up. Ah, look at that bald head. Cool motorbike man. I think his name was, I don't remember. A lot of people hated people using him in this game because apparently he would kick a lot and it was very hard to not get juggled by him, so he just like kick up in the air and he'd keep hitting you until you just died. Ah yes, Terminators. That dude scared me so much back in the day. Oh, she's kind of hot. Look at the noodle hair. Did you love graphics back in the day? Oh yeah, baby. Now I'm pretty sure this guy's supposed to be based off of Bruce Lee. He really gave me those vibes. He used to make a lot of like yeah noises when you fight. And these are the, I think they're called Jack. Really strikes me as like a Terminator thing. And then here you go is King. This is a guy who was just really down on his luck until he got thrown that cheetah mask, and that changed his life. He went fighting all the time. Ah. Good stuff, good stuff. Again, revolutionary fighting games, especially back here. So we got Heihachi versus King. Now I'm not playing right now. This was the, like, it would always make it seem like it's like an arcade game. I guess this is also an arcade back in the day. Jesus Christ, dude. Look at the blood physics. Oh, it looks so realistic. Oh my god, pile driving. That was almost a perfect fight. He almost took him out completely then. Now, Lee was always one of my favorites in this one because he gives me a lot of like Jackie Chan vibes in Police Story. Oh, what a bitch. Take that. Oh my god, I might die here. Take that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Took me right at the end there. I was honestly trying to grapple, but I don't think I made it in time.
You lose.
Alright, Michelle. She kind of gives me Tomb Raider vibes, don't you think?
Fight.
Come on. I can't be beaten. Come on, this is my time to shine. I gotta show everyone that I was, like, somewhat decent at this game. No, don't do it. Hard to, combo in this game, I see. But we did it! Hell yeah, baby! Watch the jump kick right to the face. Good night, Michelle.
You win.
See, that there gives me drunken box, is it called drunken boxer vibes? Which was a martial art that Jackie Chan even made a movie on, which I really, really enjoy. Oh, what a, whoa, she whopped me just then. Alright, come on, bitch. Oh, she's oh no. Don't know what I was doing there. No! No! Oh, look at the health. I was actually panicking then, for real. But we did it. Lee wins.
You win.
Terrifying stuff, but hell yeah, baby. Tekken 2. Alrighty, another interesting game I played as a young man. I probably shouldn't have played it because it seemed like it had more adult themes to it, but I watched some of the TV shows. I think this was based on an old American TV show back in the day. It kind of had narration like one. But anyway, this game is called World's Scariest Police Chases. This is another one by Fox Interactive. It seems to be a little bit of a trend here with a lot of like media-based games. So this was Activision and Fox Interactive. Now, Activision is known for games such as like Tony Hawk's, all the Tony Hawk games, I really think, the Spider-Man games that were back in the day, another favorite of mine, honestly. And this was just a very interesting game where you would kind of like drive around in police vehicles. There was a few to choose from. It was co-op as well. You would have a second player as your passenger who could shoot out the side of the car, and there was some sort of scenario set up, or you could just free roam around the city, which was something I love to do. I would free roam around. You'd find criminals doing things like speeding, hit and runs and stuff like that. You'd go after them, you turn on the siren, you just felt like an absolute badass. And it was kind of like a nice change from GTA, where you played the criminal, then this one you played the good guys, in other words, the cops. So, yeah, check it out. Free patrol, pursuit mode, single mission options. What do we do? Let's do a single mission, I guess. Oh, missions, okay. One player. Just me, baby. Let's see how this works. I hope it tells you what the controls are, because I have no idea. We'll go out for a quick little patrol afterwards, see if we can find some mischief.
In high-speed pursuits, police officers face danger at every turn. Training, preparation, and readiness are what give law enforcement the edge over reckless and dangerous criminals.
You see everything loading in?
A split second or wrong turn can mean the difference between life and death. Your first challenge here at the Police Academy will be to master control of a powerful police cruiser.
Okay.
In this first training pass, you'll learn the basic handling of a standard police vehicle. Drive 2 laps within the given time limit. And if you knock over any object on the course, you will have to start again. Okay, rookie, step on it.
Alright, we can't knock anything over. Shit. Oh my god. Oh. That's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Can we do it? They don't really give you much time to do 2 full laps. Oh. That was close. Whoa, drifties! Oh, I almost. Alright. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this in this amount of time. this is going to be cutting it way too close. No, I don't think I've got it. Hey, come on. 2, 1, 0. Holy
Great driving.
shit.
You're on your way.
Oh, that was this close. This goddamn close to losing. Alright, let's go into some patrol action, shall we? Yeah, we'll start at headquarters. Let's do 9 AM. Clear weather. Be a nice sunny day to go on a patrol. Now I think there's 2 vehicles you can choose from at the start, or 3. There's an undercover vehicle, and then a police cruiser, and then a police, like, whatever you call this car. Oh, there's 2. Alright, well let's go with the basic one. Alright, so triangle is for the... don't hit anything. Triangle is for the lights. Now, as the... I don't have a partner, I can choose to shoot. Oh! Let's get him. Oh shit! I've already been hit. Where'd they go? There they are. Stop right there, bitch. I'll shoot you. You'll get shot at. Stop your vehicle. Let's see if we can pit maneuver him. Get pitted. Oh, he's still on the way.
Got him.
Nice. So I think it's basically like, you don't need to take out the vehicle, you just need to follow him for long enough and then like give up, I think. And then that top left corner is our health of the vehicle, which we've already been hit by a passing car. I got the broken windows there. And you just kind of just go out and patrol in this one, and you got like a whole city that you can just drive around in. So this is actually like a really, like, not a bad game. Everything you can see, it's like loading in as you drive, but like other than that, I want to see if there's like a emergency brake. Oh, there is too. Okay, I wish I'd used that before. Oh, I got you, bitch. I don't know what that bottom thing means. I think that if you're close, like when that reaches full, the blue one, you've apprehended them. Or, see how there's like a space at the top? I think that's if you're far enough away, they escape. You ain't getting away from me, buddy. I saw you steal that bag of chips from that, that superstore. Come here.
Control, we're now heading east on...
I'm taking you downtown, Buster. Oh, he's fast. Oh my god. Holy... Oh my Jesus. We got some air just then. Stop right there or I will shoot. God, this dude is speeding. I wonder if he'll hit anything or not. I'm probably more likely to hit something than he is. Oh, and he just swerved in front of that taxi. He thinks he can get away. He might be able to. Oh no, he slowed down. We got him, we got him. Look at the blue thing. Bang, take that. And then we just let him go. I trust that you'll drive yourself to the police station, sir. Wow, this game is like, actually really fun. We stopped 2 cars in like, what, 3 minutes or something? Oh, we got you, buddy. Because I had the lights on already. I was ready for you. So I think the red one is like enough damage to them, and the blue one is like being close enough that they're apprehended. That's kind of cool. You got 2 ways to take out a suspect. Bam, 3 cars. Take that. Now drive yourself to the police station. See, is there a random vehicle somewhere? Yes, I had a feeling. I really had a feeling this guy would be a criminal. I could smell it. I could smell the crime. Oh, you're an idiot. You swerved too much. You've given me an edge. Where is he? He's stuck? No, no, he's gone. He's gone. Too late. Too late for you. Oh, I almost hit that pedestrian. Oh, we're in the suburbs now. Alright. Let's see if we can get one more criminal. West Beach, Harbor Beach. A lot of beaches. Oh, come here. We're gonna shoot this guy. I've had it with you, Crims. Oh, sorry, taxi man. Whee!
Can't wait to get some time off.
What do you say? Can't wait to get some time off. Why? We're doing so good at the moment. What a rad little game. What a rad PlayStation 1 game. That's so cool. Alrighty guys, well that will sum up the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane for me. Again, I had a lot of choices to go through, but I could only pick a few just not to make this video super long. So I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know if there was any PlayStation 1 games you played at all, or what your favorite game is today. I'd love to hear it down in the comments. Please like the video if you liked it. Please give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. I love any kind of feedback, good or bad. And I hope you guys have an excellent day, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.